If you sew, you are going to want to know these Dollar Tree sewing hacks. I'm talking tools, organizers, clever little finds that cost about $1 but work like they belong in a quilt shop. Some of these will save you money, some will save you time, and a few of them made me think, why didn't I think of that sooner? These are must-try Dollar Tree sewing hacks for every sewist, whether you're quilting, garment sewing, or just trying to keep your sewing space under control. So come with me to the Dollar Tree because hack number 1 is way smarter than it should be for $1. As soon as I saw these pill organizers, I grabbed one for my cart. These are so cute and they come in adorable colors. I chose the purple one, but I almost went for the light mint green. Inside there is a case with 7 little canisters. Each one has 2 spots, one for day, one for night. And I just love the cute sun and the moon on top of these. I know these are new at the Dollar Tree because if I had seen them before, I would have grabbed them. This is great for buttons, beads, rhinestones, or any other little things that you can fit inside. And they're so cute. This would be great to make an on-the-go beading kit or even just stash in your sewing room. Head to the office supplies section and you will find dry erase markers. I like the fine point ones. These are basic dry erase markers, but I'm going to show you a trick to make your quilt rulers more useful. There are all sorts of quilt rulers, and I have some great ones for trimming, but I don't always know where the center point is on this ruler. So instead of trying to find it each time, I'm just going to mark it with a dry erase marker. The center point is going to help me find the center of my quarter square triangle and help me center the ruler so that I can trim it perfectly. So once you've marked the center point, you can align it with the intersection of your quilt block. Then make sure the corners of the ruler line up with the seams in between each color. And then when you trim it, it is all ready to go. This saves you a lot of time when you're placing your ruler, so you can just get trimming, especially if you have a bunch of quilt blocks to do all at once. This hack is super helpful. Dry erase markers are also great for using larger rulers to trim smaller blocks. I don't have every single quilt ruler, so this ruler is bigger than I need, so I'm going to draw the size I need on the ruler. That way, again, it'll help me place my ruler without having to look at it really closely every time. So I'm just marking off 3.5 inches because that is what I'm trimming this to, and then I'll also mark the center point. Then this larger ruler is useful for trimming my smaller block. You just have to be careful not to smudge the dry erase marker. I do actually use Sharpie sometimes and then use a nail polish remover to get it off, making sure I'm only drawing on the smooth side of the ruler. So these are a great hack. Grab some dry erase markers at the dollar store and they just wipe right off. I found these mini chalkboards with an easel stand on the back in the wooden section, and I grabbed some chalk to go with it. I thought this would be the cutest little display in my sewing room while I am quilting or doing other tasks that require measurements. Sometimes I forget my measurements, especially when I'm making half square triangles and quarter square triangles. So I'll write the starting measurement at the top, my trim down measurement, and then a final measurement. And this is just easy to stick right near my sewing machine so I remember my formulas and my numbers. Next, I couldn't believe I found these wooden trays for just $1.25. They came in so many different sizes, but I grabbed the largest size. I knew this would make a cute tray for organizing. I also grabbed a thing of Mod Podge from the craft section, and then I decided to decoupage fabric on the bottom of this box, and it turned out to be perfectly sized for a charm square of fabric. So I grabbed a paintbrush from my stash, but if you don't have a paintbrush, grab one at the dollar store. And then you can either cut a 5-inch square or use a charm square. So I accidentally spilled this Mod Podge, so don't do that. But go ahead and put a layer on the bottom of your tray and then place the fabric down. Gently press the fabric onto the bottom where that Mod Podge is and get the corners all lined up. I found this to be the perfect size, and then I went ahead and covered the whole piece of fabric again with more Mod Podge. I love the feeling when it's totally covered. This will dry hard on that fabric and clear, so you'll be able to see the design. So I made sure to spread this really evenly and then let it dry overnight. This just turned out so beautifully. This would be a great birthday party, craft idea, and it makes a wonderful organizer for sewing supplies or even a jewelry tray. I don't usually go in the auto section at the Dollar Tree, but I knew they had microfiber there. I didn't know they had this pretty blue color though. So I grabbed a 2-pack of microfiber cloths, and I am going to make reusable makeup wipes with these. So I recommend washing them beforehand if you don't want them to shrink. This is another charm square project. For this project, I put the fuzziest side of the microfiber up and then placed charm squares right side down on top of the microfiber and just used that to trace the pattern piece. So I just wanted 5-inch squares to make a nice size makeup remover wipe. Pin together with right sides together and then sew around the square 1/4 inch from the edges, leaving about 1.5 inches open on one of the edges. Clip the corners before you turn it right side out, then turn right side out and press well. When you're pressing, make sure you close that opening to line up with the sides. And then I'm going to show you this little trick. If you're having trouble getting the corners all the way out, use a pin to just kind of ease that fabric out of the little fold so you get nice points on your corners. Now go ahead and top stitch all the way around, closing that opening as you sew. You'll want to do this about 1/8 inch from the edges. And when you're done, clip the threads and your microfiber cloth is ready to go. These are easy to use and easy to throw in the washer. This is a cute and eco-friendly way to save some paper from the trash can. Make a whole stack to give as a gift. These are perfect for teens. Make some for makeup wipes, but then these are also great for cleaning screens. Now let's head back to the office section. I found these felt bulletin boards in a couple different colors. I decided to go with the magenta one. These come with pins and a way to hang it. This will make the perfect design board, sort of like the old school felt boards where you would tell stories with little animals and things. These will hold fabric just with the felt and the fabric. It'll stay on there, so you can hang this on the wall and use it to design your blocks or just have it handy in your sewing room somewhere. I love this for just deciding fabric placement, and it's so cool that the felt just grips to the fabric so you don't have to put push pins or anything. And I also love the size. It's about 10 inches and it's just like the perfect size for quilt blocks. Next, head to the organization section, and I found these glass jars. These remind me of little candy jars. They have a flat base but are rounded otherwise, and they have the cutest little opening. I decided to grab these because I forget about some of my fun supplies like these patches. I just have forgotten about them, so I haven't used them. But this clear jar makes it so that I can see them and be inspired by them. And who doesn't need more jars in your sewing room? There's so many things you can put in these. After putting some lace scraps, these are just different lengths of lace that I have, in the second jar, I realized I should have probably gotten a few more of these, so I'll probably go back. These are just really fun and I'm excited to put them on a shelf. I have seen little sewing kits at the Dollar Tree, but I haven't seen this one before. This is a just 28-piece sewing kit. It has needles, scissors, lots of threads, buttons, and it has a needle threader. So I thought this would be a cute little car sewing kit. So I just found a zipper case that I had laying around. This one I made with cute little scissor fabric that I also printed. But I think you could use a much smaller case or even just a little Tupperware to put everything inside and then use this for on the go. I love this for car, purse, or even for a college student. Thanks for sewing with me today. For more Dollar Tree sewing hacks, click the video above.